Well, it's day 6 of my marathon training, and I've only just woken up. It is 11 o'clock. So much for my morning run this morning. It's not going to happen. I've got a few chores to do first, so it'll probably more than likely be this afternoon. And judging by what the weather's looking like outside, it's going to be a blustery one. It's been raining all night. Looks very soggy outside. I can see why people do it in the morning, get it out of the road. But this morning I was just sort of way too tired and kind of just slept right through, to be honest. Even the dog wanted to go out and I ignored her. Thankfully, she's not done anything inside the bedroom, which is nice to know. Right, I'm back from my chores now. I've just got to get myself ready. Right, I'm going to be doing a bit of road running instead today. I'm not going to go down the canals or trails or anything like that. If I just get into my wardrobe. So it's chores basically was my daughter's 18th birthday tomorrow, so we're having to get all presents and what have you getting sorted today, like banners and balloons and things. She doesn't know about it yet, but the party's next week, but her birthday's actually tomorrow on New Year's Eve, so not very well timed, is it? Week after Christmas. And that's the dog going absolutely mad. So I am going to be trying these bad boys. New trainers, and they are Adidas ones, that's all I know. Someone obviously came through to the door, so dog's gone absolutely bonkers. So yeah, I'm going to be using these trainers as opposed to my normal comfy trainers, but these are ones I will be running the marathon in, hopefully. They are foamy, so there should be a bit more comfort and light as well, so I don't tend to have heavy trainers, because majority of the time I can't even lift my feet up, let alone having heavy trainers on at the same time as well. I think it's a 40-minute run today. I can't remember if it's a steady or an easy one, but either way it's going to be aiming around about the 9-minute mile marker. So I just finished getting changed and I'll catch you outside. Right, I'm all set in my gear, so get my phone ready to put onto Spotify, listen to that when I'm running. It is a steady run, so I'm going to try and aim for a 9-minute pace, and like I said, I'm going to stick to the roads this time. After the downpour we had last night and some of it this morning, it still doesn't look very clever now, but hopefully it shouldn't be too bad a run. So let's get cracking. I'll start my watch and I'll speak to you guys in a moment. As you can see, I'm actually running downhill now, which is nice. Different route today. I see new shoes. They are actually surprisingly comfortable, considering the lack of comfort in them, really. Sponge. I thought with all that foam on the heel would be quite comfortable. To be honest, they are. I'm wearing 2 pairs of socks, mind, and they are cushioned as well. But at the moment, I'm suffering a bit from, now I've got to think how to pronounce this, classifanthiasis or fasciitis or something, I don't know, something like that. I mean, left foot, and it's actually on the arch. I'd tell you something, it's bloody agony, but with the 2 socks and a little bit of cushion on the trainers, and have it really tied up tight. It's not that bad. Probably stop the circulation in my foot, mind, but at the moment I am going uphill, by the way. I'll be going up another one in a few moments, but other than that, the comfort's there. I mean, I am wearing, say, compression socks as well to protect my calves. Although saying that, a few times I've been to the gym and I've been on the treadmill before this week. It's been quite comfortable, and I know treadmill and road running is totally different. It's just to get me back in
Right, I am actually on lights, waiting to cross over, and typically on some roads, sometimes this road's not busy. Typically today it is. So back again. But I'm not going up that crazy hill up there. I'm going to go up this crazy hill up here instead. I've not had much to eat either. I've had one slice of toast. And that's before we went out earlier on. And like I said, it's my daughter's 18th birthday tomorrow. We didn't plan it well. My son's was 16 a week before Christmas. And now my daughter's 18th this year and tomorrow. And bless her, she's working. So just try and do everything tomorrow morning really, or to the afternoon. But I believe we're going out for dinner. And from next week, from week 2, my wife and my youngest son, who wants to be a chef, I'm going to see to my dietary requirements. I'm going to leave it up to them. And I have to say, over the Christmas period this last week, not really eating that much. I don't know, the subconscious saying, thinking I shouldn't be having that. Normally it doesn't stop me, but this time around it feels a little bit different. One, I know I've got to lose a few pounds. Otherwise 26 miles is going to be hell, carrying this much weight. But so we've seen to all of that, of whom I'll probably introduce you next week. So let's get on with this hill, and hopefully on the way back have a chat some more. And I don't know whether you can see that. Yeah, I'm actually running at 7.5 minute miles. Probably not. Hey, I am going downhill as well. I wanted to keep it steady at 9. The last hill, I had to stop the watch and walk for about half a minute just to get to the crest of the hill. I didn't expect it to be so steep. I've run it so many times, but I found that really hard today. So I don't know whether it's because it's later on in the day. Is it 3 o'clock, 3:15, something like that in the afternoon? So it's quite humid out here. And there is a bit of a sun breaking through as well, believe it or not. But a couple of hours and it's going to be dark. So with me going back to work next week, there's no way I'll be running first thing in the morning during the week, and there's no chance of that happening. It'll be more or less when I get home, and it'll be the evening, gone 6, and it'll be dark. So I'll try and get something captured, but depending how it turns out, I might have to wear some flashing lights or something. But it's been not a bad run apart from the hill where I've had to stop for half a minute or so. It was difficult, and a few roads to cross as well. And I've just had Chelsea go 2-0 up on my phone as well. So I am on my way back now. Hopefully get in, shower up, have some food. Because to be perfectly honest, I'm starving, and I wouldn't recommend running out on an empty stomach. Although, don't eat and then just run out. Some people can. Me personally, I can't. Sometimes I'd rather work on an empty stomach, but it all depends how long before it is I run. If I get up in the morning, I don't need to anything to eat. I can just go out straight and go and do it. I don't know what it's going to be like in the evenings when I get home. Probably a little bit sluggish and tired, because I would have eaten a snack during the day, fruit and what have you. So yeah, I'm on my way back now. So I should have clocked in round about, well actually I don't know why I did that, 'cause can't see what time it was. 22 minutes. I've got another 18 minutes to go, and that should time me nicely back home. We shall see. So there you have it. 4.5 miles, 9-minute miles. It's what I wanted to achieve. So I'm quite happy with that. But I'll tell you one thing though. We go on about Cardiac Hill at Shipley Park. It is a killer of a hill. Short, but it's an absolute killer of a hill. You ought to try and run up Nottingham Road in Ilkeston from top to bottom, bottom to top. Because that in itself, I can easily name that Cardiac. I had to cut through the estate, zigzag my way through, try and cut out majority of the hills in there. Granted, some of them did beat me, and I had to stop or just walk for a few yards just to catch my breath back. It's difficult, I'm not going to lie. I mean, 40 minutes doesn't seem like a long time, but I think I picked the worst route out really. It was just all hills, and that should have been really further on in the training. But anyway, I did it. That's another one clocked off. Tomorrow's an hour run. Don't know when I'm going to fit that in, because like I said, it's my daughter's 18th tomorrow, so this thing's happening. So it may be that I might skip this and do it on a Monday night, go out for an hour run, even though it's supposed to be a rest day. But I'll see what happens, see how the day goes. I may yet fit it in yet tomorrow. So I'm going to sign off here, get inside, have a shower and have something to eat. I think I've earned this one. Right, it's day 7, week 1, and it is New Year's Eve. I've managed to get out, and today's just an hour, 60-minute run. I say easy. I ran only for 40 minutes yesterday and it nearly killed me, so we shall see. Looking to get out really, as it's, like I said yesterday, this is my daughter's 18th birthday, and we've been up pretty early this morning. I've had a breakfast, I've let it settle for a bit, and we're going out for tea as soon as I get back, so as soon as I get this hour started, the better really. So I'll probably catch you along the way in a mo. Right, I'm about 10 minutes in. I've done about 1.2, 0.3 miles. So that's set at pace. Hopefully, by the time the hour's up, I should have done about 6.5, I hope. Which will be nice. But ideally it's what I want to do inside an hour, but it is only my first week. Running under a bridge. It's canal running today, and then onto the Nutbrook Trail in Ilkeston. I've got about 10k route sorted for this, a little bit extended to fulfill the extra probably 10 minutes to make it up to an hour. Hopefully I'll arrive back home safely. It's probably not a good idea to have a McDonald's breakfast, which is what we had this morning, as well as pastries and Swiss rolls and God knows what. And I think the orange juice is beginning to work on me as well, which isn't pleasant when you're running. But I am starting a stitch, which I'm hoping just to plough straight through and hopefully ignore it if I slow my pace down a little bit. Again, target is 9-minute miles. Well, that's what I'm hoping to average anyway. And to be perfectly honest, about 5 minutes ago I felt a twinge go in my calf, but that seems to have subsided a little bit. I've adjusted my compression socks a little bit just to make sure I have covered the aching area, and it just seems to have compacted my muscles together and tightened it up a little bit, and it just seems to have worked for the time being. God knows what it's going to be like half an hour, 40 minutes in. I am hoping I'm not going to cut this short because I've got out now. I was contemplating giving it a miss because of today and what today holds. And to be fair, I can't believe that my little girl now, she's 18 years old. She's where does the time go, I tell you. Surprisingly, it's quite busy on the canal today. There's quite a few runners going past. Probably all getting their last runs in of the year of 2017. I'm just hoping now I'm able to kick on from here. I can't remember what next week holds training wise. I'm sure it'll be more of the same, just to consolidate what I've done this week, which, to be perfectly honest, I'm quite surprised I've done. I could have quite easily picked a plan that started next week, but while I was been off this week over the holidays, it seemed an ideal time to start it and get the extra week in, because I am going to need it. And like I said, tomorrow, New Year's Day, probably have a drink at dinner, and that'll be my last alcoholic drink until the marathon, if I even have that. Because I do believe that I tend to look at beer or something now and I put weight on. Not that it's all the food I've been eating as well. I love Christmas. Even better when you have the time off, spend it with your family. Get out when you can, appreciate the time alone. Gather your thoughts, think about what you're doing, think about what you're planning, and get in the zone and focus. Canal seems very high, I have to say. You know, navigate the gate safely. I won't go the muddy way. I'll stick along the canal. So I'll be down on the canal for at least 2 miles more, I reckon, then hit the trail, which is all concrete and flat, but very boring. Oh, some swans. Great, blocking my way. Right, I'll have to navigate these. Speak to you later. Right, I'm just over half an hour in now, about 35 minutes, and I've done about 3.5 miles, or slightly more. Actually, no, tell a lie, 4 miles. Totally miscalculated that, and we are sitting on 36 minutes. So I'm quite pleased with that. We're looking at 9-minute miles, which is what I want to achieve, at least minimum anyway. I feel much better than I did yesterday, even though we did have a breakfast this morning together with a prosecco as well, and 18 birthday cheers. And to be honest, yesterday I think was a uneasy route, a stupid route really, especially in your first week when your legs are getting used to running on a more frequent basis. I mean, this today is my 4th run this week since Christmas Day, although that was the rest day. So in the last 5 days I've come out 4 times. Does that make sense? That's 6. I've come out 4 times. Let's get that right. 2 rest days. Well, 3 rest days if you count Christmas Day. But I feel like I carry on a little bit further today. This is just as well really, because I've got another 20 minutes. Just going up a steady incline as I'm coming onto the Nutbrook trail. I've just come off the canal, and thankfully it's not raining. Nice blue sky behind. There is a cold air today though, which is different, and to be honest it's quite blustery when the wind catches you, but hopefully I'm going to be covered by the trees on the trail either side. Crikey, that's not a pleasant place. Looks like a dump, although they are doing something on it. It's very muddy. Thankfully I'm not running through that. I'm staying on this path here, nice and clean. And if you haven't noticed by the last few videos I've done, or this week, I don't tend to run when it's muddy if I can help it. I'm not a muddy runner, I'm not going to lie. The thought of having to wash and clean my trainers after a run sickens me, because each time you clean them you take that bit of layer off that protects them. So like yesterday I wore my new trainers because that's just solely road, and today I'm wearing my A6, which are really comfortable, I have to say. I don't know if you can see them, but they're really cushioned and comfortable. Right, I've got another steady incline coming up, and then it's flat on the Nutbrook, which is, to be honest, one of the most boring runs around here, but because it's only the first week, it's running near home, so if I do need a lift home, the wife doesn't have far to come, or it's in walking distance. So let's carry on for a further 10-15, and we'll catch you when I'm done, hopefully. Right, that's my hour up, and I have done about 6.5 miles in an hour. Last 10 minutes I had to stop, saw a couple of friends on the Nutbrook, had a good chinwag for about 5-10 minutes. So I was unfortunately standing around for that length of time, getting cold, because I was soaking wet through sweat, started to get a little bit freezing, and unfortunately I'm probably about half a mile away from home, but I don't mind walking this last bit. The plan says 60 minutes. 60 minutes is what I'm going to do. So I kind of miscalculated the route a little bit. I mean, I could run this extra last bit, but to be perfectly honest, I'm tired, and I don't want to do any more than I need to at this stage, at least anyway. I'm coming uphill. I can feel my calf in both legs. I was on to just twinge a little bit, so there's another reason for stopping as well. I'm not going to do anything excessive this time round. I'm going to stick to the plan, do exactly what it says, and hopefully it will get me through. So that virtually ends week 1, and like I said before, I am doing it for a charity, the EAR Foundation, not one of the bigger ones, but the link is down below if you'd like to sponsor or donate to the giving page, what have you, then please do so. Every little bit helps, and this is what I'm doing it for. It's not for myself anymore like last year was, and it proved to be a complete disaster. I wasn't ready for it, but at least this time around, because I'm doing it for a charity and doing it for somebody else, and more focused. So, like I said, give as much as you can or as little as you can. It doesn't really matter. Every little bit helps. And on that note, really, it's just to say Happy New Year, because tomorrow will be New Year's Day, and there won't be anything out tomorrow because it's a rest day, and I don't think anybody wants to see what I'll be doing when I'm resting. I'm taking my time and having probably one last big eat out before it all stops, should I say, and the family takeover, telling me what I can and cannot eat. So, from me and from the Ear Foundation, well, I'm assuming from the Ear Foundation, I'm speaking on their behalf. Happy New Year to everybody, and thank you very much for watching. Oh, week 2 will be out when that's been done as well. So every week I'll be putting one of these out. So once again, Happy New Year.